On behalf of LULAC Institute, bienvenidos. Welcome to the 2021 LULAC National Virtual Summit. Thank you for joining us for the first day of the virtual summit, which includes some dynamic, thought-provoking, and inspiring programming. So be sure to stay locked in all day and use hashtag LULACSummit21 on all of your virtual summit social media postings. I am Saida Rivera, an entrepreneur and seasoned media professional who has had the honor of producing LULAC's Legislative Gala over the last 5 years. Today and throughout the summit, I will be your virtual host. Thank you for having me. This virtual summit would not be possible without the support of amazing partners. LULAC would like to thank the following sponsors. Presenting sponsor, AT&T. At the diamond level, Bank of America and Charter Communications. Judicial sponsors, Wells Fargo and T-Mobile. Senatorial sponsors, Walmart and PepsiCo. Congressional sponsors, Target, Univision, Comcast, NBC, Universal Telemundo, and MGM Resorts. And at the Patriot level, American Petroleum Institute, Denny's, Toyota, Genentech, Everytown for Gun Safety, the Army, Hilton, and Ford Motor Company. Now, without further ado, let's get this summit started. Let's kick things off with a warm welcome from LULAC Institute Chairman, Domingo Garcia.
Hi, I'm Domingo Garcia, National President of LULAC, and I'm proud and honored to welcome you to our National LULAC Summit this year. Because of COVID-19 and the Delta variant, now Lambda, and all these other things that are happening, we decided out of an abundance of caution not to have a national convention this year. I regret because I know all of you and many people look forward to going to our national conventions, to talk to people from throughout the country and Puerto Rico, and to learn and hear speakers and get together. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do it virtually this year. We will continue bringing forward our topics and speakers are important to you. We hope you tune in. It is important that we continue the dialogue and we continue the conversations. This has been a very difficult and challenging year. As LULAC, founded in 1929, continues to fight those issues. I have been in the meatpacking plants in Fayetteville, North Carolina, in Little Rock and Arkansas, and in Greenlee, Colorado. And due to the work of our LULAC councils, we were able to change the way meatpacking plants operate and protect Latino workers and immigrants who mainly work in these plants. And we have seen a dramatic drop in the number of positive COVID cases and the number of people being hospitalized or or dying in these plants. We were there and fought for the family of Vanessa Guillen, making sure that her family got justice when their daughter went missing while serving our armed forces. Today, a gate is named in her honor, and we are fighting to rename Fort Hood for Sergeant Roy Benavides or General Ramiro Cavazos. The reason we do these fights, it's not just about symbolism. It's about honoring our heroes and heroines. It's about honoring our culture, our traditions. They're just as American as George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, and just because they're Garcia, Rodriguez, Lopez, or Sanchez makes it no different. And that's what LULAC has been about. Ever since we took down those signs that said no N-words, no Mexicans, no dogs allowed, ever since we went after the poll tax, ever since we went after all these discriminatory attempts to stop us from voting. But we haven't given up yet. As I speak to you today, Texas Democrats in the House, majority Latino and African American, have walked out to avoid a quorum as we see more voter suppression bills, not only in Texas, but in Arizona, Iowa, Florida. And let me tell you, we're going to make sure that everybody's right to vote is never impeded. And those who try to rig the rules, those who try to cheat, we're going to hold you accountable. And our history is going to hold you accountable. Because, you know, America should be one person, one vote. You shouldn't make it difficult for abuelito, abuelita, many who fought maybe in Vietnam or Korea or in one of the recent wars, to vote, okay? To choose a candidate of their choice. And unfortunately, in too many cases now, we're seeing that. The census just came out. The census says now Latinos are the majority in the Southwest. From California Colorado, Nuevo Mexico, Texas, in Adams County, Colorado, Latinos are now the majority. Okay? Now, this is happening throughout the country. That is challenges, but also opportunities. The opportunities to grow our businesses, the opportunities to improve our education system, to provide minimum wage of at least $15 an hour as a living wage for all people in this world, in this country. And for making sure that we provide the education of college or trade schools to all our young men and women. The fact of the matter is, it shouldn't be a privilege. You shouldn't have to go into $50,000 or $100,000 in debt just to go to college. I worked 2 jobs to be able to work my way through school. And I got a student loan. And that's how I became an attorney. Too many times, though, that could be a lot of debt for somebody who's 21, 22, 23, going out into the world. So we need to make sure that college is either free or affordable, and that everybody's dreams and aspirations can be met. LULAC has continued to fight to make sure that women's rights are protected and that the glass ceilings are broken. We are continuing for LGBT rights, to making sure that they are given their correct and honored place in American society, just like everybody else. And while LULAC has made allies with our Jewish and African American and other communities, we know that much more needs to be done. And we will continue to do so as we go into 2021 and 2022. I look forward to working with y'all and continuing to do what we've always done, which is echarle ganas, pelear por la raza, y buscar la justicia para todos. That's fight with guts. That's to have the motivation to make sure that we have a country with liberty and justice for all. Gracias, and enjoy the summit.